Okay, we're here at Dubai Airport and it's heading for, I guess, 9:30 p.m. Waiting for our plane into Sydney after our successful campaign at the Oceania Asia titles in sports Sambo. And I'm talking to Verena Cravmag. I didn't say that properly. But anyway, and she has come along with our team, the Australian team, as she's paid her own way, and she's recently started out at our club. Well, it's a little while, relatively recently, a couple of years. And Verena has a background in boxing and Cravmag and now jiu-jitsu, and now she's had a really strong introduction into sports Sambo. And I just wanted to ask Verena, as you know, what her experience was overall as a spectator, as general roustabout, and you know, we did a lot of walking in the city, a lot of shopping. You know, what did you think, Verena?
Oh, look, it was a really interesting experience. I think, you know, I probably came along, you know, mostly for team morale, and as the person who knew almost absolutely nothing about Sambo, I kind of went, oh, what am I going to do? Sit and watch and not understand what's going on. But thankfully, I did take part in a little bit of a refugee referee course beforehand.
You did the referee course.
I did some refereeing, you know, so I learned a few rules. And then I learned more when I watched the matches, and it was really interesting. I think it did strike me. I am still newer to all the martial arts, but it did strike me as its own unique sport. It was very fast paced. It was very spectacular, so visually spectacular because there's so many takedowns. And it was sometimes incredibly intense. So certainly sports Sambo, I think first few matches, it went pop, 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 everyone's limbs. So that one definitely.
That's right, there were a few injuries.
That was definitely
at
a pretty, amazing sports art. But no, then, you know, sorry, that was combat Sambo. In the sports Sambo, I was really impressed by just how incredibly well athletes knew how to use their body to, you know, put each other off balance and really time throws and everything perfectly. I loved watching the blind athletes, you know, compete, because so much of that was about, you could see it was just through touch and through intuition and you know, through understanding the slightest movement of their opponents, and watching that happen was, you know, quite spectacular and gave me a lot of immense respect for every single person out there. Certainly a lot of pride in seeing Trumpy here, you know, do really well with his matches, and it was really lovely then also to see how much it meant to every single person who was there. I think one of the blind athletes I remember was an elderly gentleman who, you know, just watching him made me want to have a bit of a cry. He seemed so happy about having, I think he won third place. He just seemed absolutely over the moon. And I mean, that's what a competition, you know, is meant to kind of do. It's meant to, you know, challenge you, but it's also meant to be an experience that you take with you and you treasure. So really special to watch. Yeah,
and I got to say that just to add to that behind the scenes, like in the tunnel and in the warm-up areas, the camaraderie of the athletes was amazing. You know, we were all talking to each other. We're all talking about training and how, you know, how long we've trained, and we were brothers and sisters. You know, like it was a great atmosphere. Fantastic. And then Tashkent.
Got to say, definitely different to what I was expecting. Certainly didn't feel unsafe as a woman, so that was lovely. So learned that they're very clean people. So extremely beautiful green, beautiful buildings, clean everywhere. So there was really sweepers out all the time, just cleaning the streets, and it seemed like there was such a love of, you know, city, and such a pride in making sure that it looked good. So that was really beautiful. In terms of experiences, You know, we went to the bazaar a lot.
Yeah.
We did not
We learned how
learn
to
very
haggle.
well that. Yeah, I was going to say we didn't learn that very well. We learned it at the end, and then we'd known it at the start because we probably could have saved about $100. But it was a good experience. You know, got a lot of ceramics, beautiful pieces of art. And then also, look, lots of history around the area. Definitely a mixture of kind of, new, modern, Dubai type buildings, and then also the old architecture from the Soviets. Yeah, so, and then, one of the most difficult but also really interesting things probably in being in Tashkent was that really so few people spoke English. We did have to rely on our apps to do some translations.
So that's a great thing because when you're blind, you really do rely on your iPhone a lot, and so the translation apps. I mean, I didn't get mine going in time, but you guys were just translation apps. You were on the taxi apps. The whole place runs on phones, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't know what we would have done without the phones.
No.
We definitely wouldn't have been able to call a taxi because I don't think we ever fully understood where we wanted to go or could explain where we wanted to go. So,
but the apps made it much easier.
Possible. Yeah, absolutely. But then, out there, every person super respectful, super lovely. Always willing, if possible, if there were a few words that they spoke of English, always really willing to kind of share their story.
Yeah, and we learned a little bit of Uzbek.
We learned a bit of Uzbek. Cravmag means, thank you. We had a lovely guide who took us out to the mountains one day.
Yeah, big shout out to Daza.
Yeah, good old Daza.
When he sees this.
And told us a lot about Uzbek culture, Islam culture as well, because there's a strong Islam culture, and really just how important it was in their culture to kind of respect family, respect each other. Beautiful place, highly recommend it, and had a lot of fun with the crew. It was really inspiring to see. Really happy for you, Trumpy.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Great treat. All right, thanks.